If you've caught my last couple of videos, you know that I'm doing a deep dive for my personal Bible study into Romans, and I've been enjoying it so much that I can't help but want to share it with you guys. And is that the point? I guess that's probably the point, right? So some more thoughts on the idea that Christ has made us his slave, right? He freed us from the slavery of sin and made us slaves to righteousness. And I know that word carries a lot of baggage for us, particularly like here in the United States of America. But in the context that Paul's writing in, the idea of being a slave wasn't like that. I'm not talking about a horrific idea of chattel slavery, of like owning people like we have in our American history. Slaves back then were people of all sorts of professions, doctors, teachers, things like that. In this case, Jesus made us slaves to send us out as apostles, right? It says he made us holy. And the word to be holy doesn't mean like perfection, like we've kind of come to think of it, but it just means like set apart. In this case, he set us apart for the purpose of sending us out into the world with the good news that he has redeemed the entire world from sin. That's why we can go out and tell people, your sins are forgiven. Jesus died for your sins. And then Paul goes on to say that the reason we can have confidence in this message, this gospel message that we're going out to proclaim, is because it's not something new. This is something that God has proclaimed throughout the entire Old Testament. And then Jesus verifies this message of his power to redeem the world from sin through his resurrection. So be confident. Go out, share the gospel with those people around you who need to hear it. Which, by the way, and I could probably talk about this later, it doesn't just include people who have never heard the gospel or who aren't followers of Jesus. The gospel is for believers too, because we need to hear about our own redemption from sin again and again, lest the enemy try to steal the confidence that we have, try to steal our faith by making us question our salvation. The gospel of the forgiveness of sins, believers and unbelievers alike. So don't forget, Jesus died for your sins.